Hey, my name is Rusty Korhonen and I've got a story for you. I was a distance runner for the University of Wisconsin in the 80s, and I had a string of success, a 2-year journey that was a lot of fun. And every time I look back, I learned something different. And I thought I'd share some of those lessons with you. As a team at Wisconsin, we had a couple setbacks that really brought us very close as a team. And every team has got its dynamic of friendships and hard work and encouragement. And I think endurance teams like distance running, cycling, swimming, there's a level of talent and a level of hard work that we all appreciate and respect about each other. I didn't realize it at the time, and it's actually taken me a few years to reflect back at how valuable that team really was. Well, the lessons that I learned obviously are confidence. I always feel good about those days, and gives me confidence that I know that I can work hard and I can accomplish whatever I set my mind to. I also learned obviously about goal setting, but I think the most lasting and valuable lesson I learned is, number one, success is fleeting. It doesn't matter what life throws at you, you can get over it. And of course, you can't dwell on any kind of failures or setbacks because there's another journey waiting for you just around the corner. Well, it all started for me in the spring of 1988. I traveled out to Eugene, Oregon for a track meet to run the steeplechase. I qualified for the NCAA championships there. It was the first time I had done that, and I was really proud of that performance. Later that season, I went back to Eugene, Oregon for the NCAA meet, and I earned an All-American certificate. More importantly, I qualified for the 1988 Olympic trials. It was a major accomplishment. I wasn't sure I could do it, but I did, and I'm still really proud of that. Well, I had the privilege of training with some great athletes in Madison after the NCAA meet, before the Olympic trials. I got to rub elbows with some world-class athletes. I didn't make the team, but I had every intention of making it back to the trials and earning myself an Olympic berth. The next fall, the fall of 1988, we started the cross-country season really strong. We won our 4th Big Ten title as a team. And then we went on to the NCAA meet and we won. It was a major goal for all of us. We had set out to accomplish that goal together as a team, and we are all still very proud of that accomplishment. Well, the team goal accomplished, we now were set to achieve some of the personal goals we had set. So in the spring of 1989, we set off, we ran a bunch of meets. We all did really well that season. I'm proud to say that at the Big Ten Championship in Indianapolis, I won. I'm the Big Ten champ. Woo! We went to the NCAA meet in Provo, Utah, and it was really a proud moment. When that meet was done, all of us had made All-American at least once in our careers. It was really an amazing feat. So that fall, I moved back to Michigan, and I started working with another coach. And he suggested I increase my mileage, which I did. And come spring, I ran another meet in Eugene, Oregon. And as I warmed up for that race, my hamstring felt a little tight. So I stretched and warmed down really gently. Well, the next day, right after the start of the meet, I shredded my hamstring going up over the first barrier. I went down. I didn't just pull my hamstring. I heard it. I can still hear that tearing today. It gives me the willies. But I flew to LA for the national meet, and a friend had put me in touch with a physical therapist, and I worked really hard that week on rehabbing my legs so I could run. We got all the blackness out, or literally from the back of my knee to right up to the base of my hamstring was black. And by the end of that week, all of the blackness was gone, and I was able to run very gently, but I was able to run. So the physical therapist was pretty confident that I could run at the national meet. So I did. I warmed up. Really, I went out for a nice and easy warm-up jog. And a funny thing is, I was coming back to the track. This was in LA. I was kind of rushing to get back. I was a little nervous, and I hit the turnstile, and it bucked on me. And I stepped back like that, and I slammed my head against something hard. I turned around, and I stared at this belt buckle. I looked up, and there's a giant of a man. It was Wilt Chamberlain, who was a very big track and field fan, he put his hands on my shoulders and said, "Hey, that turnstile does stick. Just push it really gently." And I did, and he said, "There, good luck, man." It was kind of an experience. Well, I didn't run very well at that meet because of the hamstring. And just 2 weeks later, I pulled my hamstring again, this time worse. It effectively ended my running career. I did make a couple valiant tries after that, but my body was just not the same. I was falling apart. And I think a couple things happened. Switching coaches, coming back to Michigan, I didn't realize how much I relied on that team aspect to keep myself from overtraining. I was really depressed for a while, tried to figure out what to do with the rest of my life. I wanted to run. I wanted to make it back to the Olympic trials and make an Olympic team. Well, I did a lot of soul searching in those next weeks and decided that I obviously couldn't dwell on it. I had to move ahead. Just 2 weeks later, I met the woman who would become my wife. We got married just a short time later, and I did make it to the Olympic Games in 1996 in Atlanta, but as a spectator. All of my teammates from Wisconsin met up in Atlanta, and we had a great time cheering on all the guys that we ran against. It was really a great time, and a great time to reflect and reminisce. But as I look back, I've tried to translate athletic performance to career performance, and it's not an easy thing. But I think we all learn that life is tough. Life is going to kick you in the teeth. And I think the most valuable lesson I learned in those years is how to pick myself up after every setback, not dwell on it, learn from it, and not just move ahead, but keep your eyes open, because around the next corner may be your next adventure, and it may be something that you hadn't planned on, and it may be one of the best things that could ever happen to you. That's what happened in my case. Well, hey, my name is Rusty Korhonen. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you like it, please check out the other videos I've got on the end screen. Please hit the like and subscribe button, and I hope you have a fantastic day.